Peace, y'all. It's your man Dave with my brother Quest, the man bringing you all things marriage, paying you huge dividends on your investment in time with us. We're talking about love, sex, having children, money, spirituality, life, communication, and anything else to help you thrive and win in your relationships. And guess what? This is grown folks' business. So get ready to make grown-up decisions. You know why? Because marriage ain't for suckers. That's the name of the program. Marriage ain't for suckers. All right, let's get into it. Hey, yo, Quest, it's time to give the people something, man. What we talking about today?
You already know what it is. What up, what up, what up? It's your boy Quest, man. Welcome to another edition of the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. I would like to take this time to introduce who's joining me today, who's always joining me, my man, my mellow, my man. You know what I'm saying? The anomaly to some. Ladies and gentlemen, L. David Harris.
I'll be feeling special up in here with you, Quest.
Oh,
For some reason. Thank you, sir.
bro.
Thank you. Thank
Bro,
you.
we ain't doing it we're not doing it no other way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you rocking with me, you rocking with the best. Oh, come on.
Guess what, Quest?
Yeah.
Class is in session.
I ain't
I
heard
brought
that
it
bell
back
in a
for
minute.
you.
Please. I'm grateful. I'm
Yes, sir.
grateful.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
shouts out to the Maths family. You know what I'm
Maths.
saying? The Maths family.
Don't say that 3 times. You'll get confused.
Oh, and you might Lego our bad words. You might Lego our bad words, and we don't want that.
No, we can't look at the bad word.
No, please don't do it.
Mm-mm.
Yep. Shouts out to everybody, man. Welcome to another Thursday. Is today Thursday?
Word?
Yeah, today's Thursday. What's it? Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I will be on a flight.
What? To what? For what?
I'm leaving the country
Wamek.
because I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to the place that ends in a A,
Ends in an A.
begin with a J.
Shout to 11434.
No, sir.
Oh.
No, sir. No, sir. I'm sorry. If you want to be specific, after the place that ends in an A and begins with a J, you put a W.I.
I get it.
You see me?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Mm-hmm.
for the next 8 days after that, I will be in JA. Big up on yourself. Five. Yep.
Okay, I got you.
You see me?
That's what's up.
Yeah, I love it, man. I
Good
love
for
it. I
you,
love it.
man. Good for you.
And the best part about this trip, D, yo, can I just be really serious? God has been super dope
Mm-hmm.
because we haven't had the opportunity to really kick, but every month for the last is it September was the first one?
A whole heap
Or
of long
August?
times.
Or was it August or September?
Several times.
It might have been August. August, September, October, November. We've seen each other every month for the last 5 months.
Wow, that's serious.
That's serious, man. God is good, bro.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got to see my dude. And now I'm coming to the rock.
Yard. Listen,
Y'all do say.
nowhere better than yard.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah, so nice.
Yes,
I could
so
chat.
nice.
You could talk, but
You know what I'm
promise
saying?
you. I promise
Big up
you.
Elsa. Elsa said Jamaica.
That's it.
That's it. That's it. So yeah, man, I know we're about to have a good time. I'm overdue for one of these.
Mhm.
And I'm ready. I'm ready.
That's
I'm
good.
ready.
That's good.
I'm ready. What's good on the island though? Let me, give me the pre-ops before I get there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, Yeah, so basically, life is life.
You already know.
That's
Life
it.
Don't give up the fight, man. That's all I got on
Don't
that.
give up the fight. Life is
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Life is life. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Happy to be here as always. Happy to do what I do with my dude. You know what I'm saying? It's been a trying week. I'm looking for the Sabbath, B. I ain't even gonna lie to you, D.
Yeah. Word.
And I'll leave that for the leave that. But yeah, I can't wait for the weekend. Yeah, let's jump into it, man. What's up?
Yeah, so there are some people who need mentorship, right?
Yeah.
And I know that sounds exciting, doesn't it? No, it does not sound exciting.
Mm-hmm.
But listen, sometimes the connections that we make with other people who are married
Mm-hmm.
can change our lives.
For the good?
Yes, that's all I'm talking about today, because I'm talking about mentorship. So, for instance, I've shared this with the people that have been listening to us for years, that I almost got married one time, about 25 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I did not.
Mm-hmm.
And during the 2 years, the intervening period
Mm-hmm.
from I didn't get married to marrying Simone, I was in a cocoon. I was in a cocoon. Like, I had 2 married couples
Mm-hmm.
who were at the most 7 years my senior in terms of age, that I just used to ride with. Like, I just literally just stayed in their space. And that's never mind the elders, but these are people that were my peers that kept me safe, man. When I say safe, listen, a young man living in DC area, doing fairly well for himself,
Mm-hmm.
who may be vulnerable
Mm-hmm.
after not getting married. You know, all kind of relationship problems can happen, right?
Oh, no doubt.
You know, all kind of stuff. You can go for all kind of okey dokes. Like, okay, I'll give you one example. Because I was a strapping youth, grown, yes, but okay, so during that time, I was like, all right, I see this one woman.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, she kind of hot. Right? Church,
Mhm.
I'm talking about the right kind of woman, too.
Mhm.
The right kind of woman.
Mm-hmm.
So I did something very simple, Quest.
Mm-hmm.
I said, fill in the blank woman, name. We were in a new believers class together.
Mm-hmm.
May I please have your telephone number?
I love it.
You see what I'm saying? We're talking about a long
it.
time ago, bro.
I love it.
Right? So I get her telephone number.
Cause you
then-
nice with it.
Huh?
Cause you nice with it.
Oh, yeah, there's no question. Apparently, I'm too nice with it. Because it was like, hello?
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
it's Dave. How you doing? Good. So, yeah, when did you realize you were into me? I was like, hold it, pause. Somebody put pause, flag on the play. When you say into you, what does that mean?
Ooh.
Because
Pause.
this is the first conversation, bro. So the moment that I get your number and then I call you within 24 hours
Mm-hmm.
and we're speaking on the telephone because clearly there's some interest from my seat.
Right.
Where did you get the I'm into you part?
Yeah.
I didn't say that because
That's a little bit presumptuous, you know?
it would be condescending.
She was
All
being
I-
a little presumptuous though.
Brother, into me is another level.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm into her yet. I know that I'm attracted to her. She's single. I'm single. I'm a man. She's a woman. And we're compatible now just on the strength of that. I don't know anything else.
Did she not know that you were specific? Well, then, you know. Okay.
So clearly, we got to the whole point of like where we're going to meet. I'm going to call it meet. That wasn't what we were saying, but it was like the first encounter because I let it ride, but it was too much for me. But I let it ride and I'm like, okay, so we're going to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And the kind of out that she was talking about was not for the first time going out. And I was like, all right, you know what? This is a full court press, man. I'm not for the full court press, bro.
Right.
That it's not going to work out for me. And I just never talked to her again.
Mm-hmm.
And I retreated to those safe couples, those holy couples
Yeah.
who were very fun. They weren't stuck up. And I resorted to the safe space because I was like, you know what, this is too much. I can't. Just one good encounter that could have gone really, really bad. Because what she was talking about, I was just like, you know what, man, you're gonna get me in some backsliding stuff. I'm not doing that.
Yep.
I'm good on that.
Yep.
No, thank you. So that helped me being around healthy couples who were cool, a little older than me, married for a long time, and to see them interact as real live people, and also to have that protective space where I could learn and not get caught up. And then, like my homeboy Daryl, the biggest of the big brothers at the time, he would check me like sometimes. He would tell me, yeah, that one is, this one, you. And I'm like, thank you. Because I've been around the way, bro. It ain't like I don't know, but I'm a new believer now, though. This is different. It's a different space.
Yeah.
I'm not on the road like that.
Yeah.
So that's all I mean by mentorship, like being in a safe space with people who are ahead of the game beyond you. You could be a new married person and hanging out with people who've been married long, or you could be a single person who's looking to be in a solid relationship and you have somebody who's in a solid relationship. Like, that's the kind of stuff we need to experience to save our marriages before they start.
There is a text that says there is safety in the multitude of counsel. When I last year started going back to the gym fairly decently, D, there's a dude that I work out with in the gym. And the dude told me off the rip, like, when you go to bench, don't bench like that. Bench like this. If you want to work this part, go high on the bench. If you want to work this part, come down lower on the bench, right? And so he was giving me the you know what I'm saying, the low on the workouts. So immediately I look at my man, and when I look at him, like, my man is, I'm talking about shredded.
Oh, like he knows what he's talking about where
I'm just
bench
telling
press and
you,
stuff is concerned.
if it was anybody else who was looking a particular way other than what my man was saying, I probably would have been like, yeah, okay, cool, and kept it moving. But
Actually,
my
nothing.
man, I'm looking at my man's body, pause. You know what I'm saying? And my man is he's shredded up. His back looked like a whiteboard. You know what I'm saying? My man's pecs is the way they, and my man has sweatshirt and it's coming through the sweatshirt. So imagine if my man was just in t-shirt, period.
So
I
he
didn't ask no
he may
questions.
have exercised before.
He may have exercised before. Then he said to me, like, I'm just, I don't, you could do what you want, but I'm telling you, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you a little bit of information. He said, because I've done the same thing before. And I said, my man,
Easy.
first of all, when you come to tell me anything, I'm not asking no questions. You understand? Because you are, my friend, an evidence producer. You are evidence of the fact that you've been doing this, and you don't get that overnight. You don't get that overnight. So I know you've been doing this for a while. So if you come and you give me information, I'm not, and what I see with young people is you think you know the ins and outs of relationship. And let me explain something to you. There are intricacies. They're
Shout.
grown folk, grown people. And I'm not talking about 30. I'm talking about 40, 50, and 60 who do not know the intricacies of relationship. And they need somebody to mentor them. But once again, because you feel you suffer the consequences that everybody else suffers who don't follow the path of those who've already walked what you walk in right now. And so I'm hearing you, D, and you did exactly what was perfect, because I went to the place of safety, and that already gave me the trigger, because I'm like, oh, okay, yep, there is safety. because the word says that there's safety in the multitude of counsel of people
Mhm.
who are respected. Like, come on, the evidence. Now you can tell when somebody putting on and when it's genuine. Like, let me tell y'all something. Shouts out to Jason and Charisma Johnson, right? Whenever I see them, when we went on vacation we went on our little retreat in Antigua, and anytime I see them together, like it's unbelievable. They cannot, like, even in their little spats and stuff, like you could see the love that they got between them, and you know the difference between what's fugazi and what's real. And I'm telling you that that's real, right? I don't know who. Well, then again, she's got 5 sisters. Her father's, I believe, a minister. So I can tell. I know a little bit about her history. I could tell that she was reared in a particular way. And yeah, look at Joel. I love that. Joel said, "I love that couple." Yeah, for real. They are an official couple, right? And so those are the type of couples that you want to be around, where you could see out in public that is a manifestation of what happens behind closed doors. And so, yeah, D, I'm riding with you. If you are in a relationship right now and y'all kind of feeling around and stuff, you don't got to do that.
Mm-mm.
Find you a couple who legit, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a solid couple, and just get in a space. Any couple who's a solid couple is going to love the fact. Oh, I don't know what it is, D, but any couple that's a solid couple is going to love the fact. Shouts out to my homie Preach. Any couple that's a solid couple is going to love the fact that you want to be mentored by them. Trust me on that.
Listen, and I didn't get a whole lot of lecturing, which I'm not saying I would have rejected. I'm just saying I didn't get it. All I needed to do most of the time, because I was grown, bro. I left home when I was 15 and never went back. First apartment in the District of Columbia when I was 19. So, all kind of problems. I wasn't baptized yet.
BC.
Pause. Yeah, BC. So, well, different kind of BC. Different kind of BC. But anyway, yeah, BC. And so,
Pause.
yeah. Let's pour one out for that thought. So all I'm saying, though, is being in their presence was key, because I could experience the healthy parts. You see what I'm saying? Like, experience the healthy realities of these relationships. And then I could model that at the appropriate time. And guess what? They were insulation against some of these options that were coming my way. It was crazy, bro. So I'm talking about even to the point of inside church, bro. I called this space next to me, I called it the sacred seat.
Yeah.
Because I messed around one time.
Yeah.
And a woman sat next to me.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that was a little bit too interesting to a whole lot of people. Like, why is she sitting? I'm like, oh, so we were watching Dave now. Okay, I got it. So nobody sits that's not a child or one of those two couples in that spot. If there's a seat, then it's for elders. Like, if there's a seat that's not one of them, because now whoever's sitting there, it's like, who's that? And I'm like, why am I that interesting, bro?
Yep.
But that's the way it was.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, keep Dave safe. Sacred seat is occupied. And I'm going to learn whatever I can learn by being around these people.
That part right there.
Yeah.
Shouts out to P. Yes, they will help you create new patterns that you aren't aware of to help you be successful.
That's it.
Shouts out to P. Yeah.
That's it. Now, once in a while, I actually had questions. I'll give you one of the questions. Mm-hmm. I'll give you 2 questions, because I asked elders this first question. Mm-hmm. Talking about could be my parents' age, who are my parents' age. Mm. I said, when my wife is pregnant, and everything about her changes. How does that work? Like, does that change anything in your psyche? Like, does that change? And the elder was like, no, it's still your wife. Now I know it's true. But then I needed to know. I needed to understand, like, what happens when she's with child? Like, what happens not to her? I was wondering, how would I relate to her?
Mm-hmm.
What would be my perspective on fill in the blank? Okay, I'll move from that. The same younger couples who were older than me that I was telling you about, I saw them, one of the couples, having like a little challenge. And I asked straight up, like, so if you two have sex, will that resolve the challenge? And the husband was like, no, that doesn't do anything. It just feels good. You enjoy the experience if you can get to that point. But that does not do anything to resolve conflict. Because you hear this stupid stuff on TV. Remember, I'm 50, bro. Like, I'm not a baby. So we're like pre-internet people. When we were in university, there was no internet, bro. No World Wide Web, right? So we were stuck with the stuff on TV. And it was like this thing called makeup sex. What is that? I wanted to process, like, does this thing exist? Like, is this like Sasquatch? Like, is it Bigfoot or is it something real? And they were like, Sasquatch for sure. That's Bigfoot, son. That don't exist. I mean, you could say it in its tongue in cheek and somebody will argue, but what I was wondering, honestly, was whether this resolved anything.
Yeah.
Not whether it was exciting, whether it was enjoyable, but does this, and that's where now I'm getting a larger principle that says that you can't resolve real problems with some kind of inebriant. You can't have a party to fix the problem. You can't go on vacation to fix the problem. You can't drink. You can't smoke to fix the problem. You can't, flatter one another through the situation out of a problem. Like, you have to actually do the work.
If that's the case, then David, then you can't use said inebriant as well to be the foundation as to what you build in terms of relationship.
Oh, I think I know where we're going on that one.
You see, this is the reason why. And I know it's unpopular. I know it's not the thing that people want to hear us say because they like, oh, I always got to try. Your problem is you was trying from day one. That's why you have, okay, other than a whole nother conversation. I always tell couples, and I know it's not the, like I said before, the popular thing or the easy thing. I did it myself. And I had in the beginning of our relationship, and I had to tell Faith, we got to stop. Why? Because I could hear Holy Ghost telling me, you're about to do the same thing all over again. You're about to make another mistake the same way. Why? Because you need to be able to see what you need to see. And I don't know what it is about the sexual experience, bruh, but it clouds your vision. It makes you stupid. Right? Now, it's not going to do it with everybody, but some people just got some bedroom game that's different. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's certain people who have, you understand? And the things that you need to see, the things that you need to discuss, you will either turn a blind eye to, or it will cloud your vision, right? And the discussions that you need to have, you're not going to have them. You feel what I'm saying? Because you don't want to mess that up. Because you know that if I say this thing, or if we talk about this, it may mess up or interfere with that. But here's the funny thing. You get together now, right? Based off of it, because it's good to you, right? You compromise all the things that are important to you, your deal breakers, your core values, all of those different things. Then you back and forth in the argument and talking about that thing that don't exist, which is the makeup boy.
You know, I'm not a Puritan.
I'm not a Puritan.
Pause. Huh. I ain't no Puritan.
Yes, sir.
But let me just say this one thing right here, right? When I have seen grown folks, I'm not even talking about babies, I'm talking about very responsible, intelligent people engage in sexual intercourse before they were married, right? And during that experience, not the actual act, but during the time that they're having that kind of relation, they decide to get married. Very few have fruitful marriages. And you're like, Dave, come on, son. You just said you're not a Puritan. I'm like, okay. What I'm saying to you is that the people who, under the influence of a good time, make long-lasting decisions usually make the wrong decision because they're under the influence of a good time. Yeah. Listen, I'm married. I've been married 22 years. If you don't agree, that's okay. I don't have no problem with that, but I'm just letting you know.
Dave,
Don't do that.
I can just tell it from my perspective, David. I did it.
Oh.
I did it.
What happened?
I was married in 2003. And 365 times 2, I was divorced.
That sounds serious.
And it's serious because I made a lifelong decision based on temporary.
They're like, yo, these dudes, I thought they were cool. Y'all talking like Quakers.
Can I just tell the truth? And people might say, oh, well, Q, you know what I'm saying? I'm not you and that. Okay.
I got a cousin who did it.
And I'm not saying that it can't happen. I'm
That's
just
right.
saying that the statistics are very low.
Let me just share why, because that sounds like right. I just made a really tall major claim, right?
You did.
God is good, right? And he loves us, correct?
Yep.
Wonderful. Have you ever prayed and then at the moment you pray, close your ears? Lord, speak to me. Boom. And then cover your ears?
No, sir, because I'm looking to hear.
That's right, because that wouldn't make sense now, would it? Yeah. But what happens is when we are engaged in ways that God is not happy about,
my.
we're actually blocking our ears. And God could be saying, he's an axe murderer. God could be saying, there's a red flag in a relationship. You should probably wait another 3 years because there's something in their lives that I'm going to work out. And when I'm done, then they'll be a good candidate for marriage. But while I'm hitting it, pause.
Yeah. Ooh.
The voice of God is not clear to me. Why? Because I'm in an unrepentant, closed ear space.
Not only that, I'm getting my back broke.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, indeed.
On the next episode of I'm Out. Peace.
We'd like to thank you for listening to the Marriage Ain't for Suckers podcast. It's not for suckers. That's all I want to say. So if they came here thought they was gonna get some light, it's not for suckers. But for real, David, let's keep it 100. You don't want to awaken. You don't. Once you wait, Zoe is now 21, right? And I have the conversation with her all the time. Now she's an adult, but I like my thing to her, do not awaken what I want to call it, your sexual, what's the word I'm looking for, D? Help me out.
The beast.
Yeah, don't awaken the sexual part of you, because once you wake it up, good luck on putting that joker back to sleep.
Nah, that's no.
Bruh, can I just want to be transparent. And I'm not, like, y'all know me, I'm a jokester. I clown from time to time. I'm not joking right now. From the moment that my sexuality was awakened, it was off to the races from there. Mm-hmm. Do you know what it took? Even when I was doing stuff right, I told y'all, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. In the beginning, me and Faith was doing it like for real. She used to come from Charlotte smelling good. I was in Atlanta at the time, looking good too. We'd be up on the, you know what I'm saying, spending the weekend together. And it got to the point where I was just like, and I was still, you said it, God loves us. I was praying, I was doing my thing. God said, you are about to do it again.
Dang. Don't do it. Don't touch that.
Right then, it was funny. I had to tell her. It was the most difficult thing that I ever had to tell her. Like, yo, we got to stop. She's like, we got to stop? What? And I was like, yeah, because God ain't pleased. And if we want to do this right, we got to do it his way. The funny thing about it was that she respected it, D. And we were able, by the grace of God, to make the adjustments. And I am now walking into 13 years of blissful marriage.
And now it's sanction. Is that the right word? Maybe that's not the right word. Now you have the blessings.
I have the blessings. Brother,
No.
We enjoying the fruits.
Nope.
I know that sound.
That's okay. Nope. I will play anything to not hear any stories.
So here's the thing. Let's just say we are enjoying the fruits of ordained marriage.
Do not try to slide nothing in after that.
I won't. I promise I won't. I won't.
Pause.
You do it. Pause. Yes, David. Yes, David.
Nope.
Don't try to slide nothing in. I didn't say it. You did. Pause. I didn't say it, bro. You did. This week on Marriage Ain't for Suckers.
Yo, this thing is off the rails.
Look, Joe is saying, yeah, y'all funny. Come on, Joe, crack it up.
Yeah. What I was attempting to say was, do not try. Nope. See, I almost messed up again. Let me tell you what I almost said, Quest, and I'm going to say it.
Yeah.
I was about to say, don't use a Trojan horse.
Let's go.
You can't say nothing.
David,
that's what I realized. You can't say nothing.
3, Quest 0.
Let's just not talk. We cannot talk. Okay? Yes, we're not speaking anymore on this subject. Let's talk about something else. Let's talk about taking out the garbage. Let's talk about.
Yeah, no, we stay right here. We stay right here. Look at Candace. Shouts out to Candace.
I'm switching my mic off. We almost done anyway. Yo, I'm gonna just switch my mic off.
But real talk, David. If we can't get people to this is fun. You know what I'm saying? For me, because it's a y'all don't know I'm off the rails. David is the one that keeps me, and I'm the one that allows him to take out the junk in the trunk. Cool. I love it. That's my dude right there. I love it. Pause. That's my dude right there. I love it. Let's go. Look at Terrence. I love it, man. I love it. David, come back, David. All right, I'll behave.
I am no longer here. I'm gone.
No, all jokes aside, these are the topics, these are the things that we really need to address for those who are heading to the place that we are in right now.
You're gonna mess your life up.
I'm just saying, you really do need to understand this. I know that the world, and I know that society, and I know that our current culture is get what you can get while you can get it. But I'm telling you, I know who sits high above any culture that we exist in, any world that we exist in, and he looks low, and he's not playing. He puts standards in place for a reason so that you could live life and live it abundantly. And you going to take or disregard the standards?
Son, I'm going to tell you a story, right? We're going to go back into the place where I said I didn't want to go, right? Yeah. But this is for real, right? So some years ago, this is in Jamaica, y'all. So I'm at the car wash stand, right? And this taxi man was like, yo, how much your wife cost?
What?
And I was like, yo,
you about to get head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Fortunately, Simone was not there for me to overreact immediately. So it was just like, okay. I said, bro, hurry up. Look at me visually. Like, hurry up. Get to your point, homie, because this is not about to go right.
This ain't about to go
right.
Say,
Ella, how much your wife cost? How much does your wife cost? Get to your point, bro. He said, all right, here why. And he's telling me this story about this place in Old Harbor. Call it a scheme. You call it a development, housing development, right? Mm-hmm. He goes to this certain housing development in Old Harbor, Jamaica, in St. Catherine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Inside of this housing development, there are women. They live there.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow they have something like a menu, bro. A menu, Quest.
B.
This how much for this service. This how much for that service. This how much, and he's explaining it to me. It is ratchet, son. Like
Blue light special.
when I say ratchet, bro, can you imagine? I'm not even joking. I'm not
Old
making,
Harbor.
son, I'm not making a point. That's right. I'm not making a point, bro. He was like, this service, and he would tell me what the service was. This service, this how much. This service, that how much, right? And homeboy feels like he's speaking intelligently to me. And him say, hear him. All right. So if me go there, this how much time in a week. This how much I pay. And I'm like, this is how much you pay? He was like, yes. I said, okay. All right. By the time month end come, this is how much I pay. How much your wife cost? I said, bro, I know you're not about to say that this is an economic choice. I know you're not about to make this an economic choice. This is not an accountancy decision you're making.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, yeah, man, I hit that. And I said, hold on, bro. Now I'm vexed. Not because you don't know my wife. He don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know her from Adam. So you talking about my wife.
Mm-hmm.
I said, homie, so what happened now when you take out back something you never put in? So you make a withdrawal on something you did not deposit. So I'm saying there's a lot of disease out here. I didn't even get to the holiness part because he's a road dude. Like it don't even make sense to have that conversation yet.
Yep.
So I'm working with where we are. So I'm like, yo, you make a withdrawal, and what you get out back is not what you deposited, and you got a disease. Hear what this knucklebuck says. He goes, but people die from cancer all the time. I said, cancer, bro? I said, cancer? You wish you catch cancer, son. What I'm talking about that's out there on these streets, you wish it was cancer. They got a fix for some of that, at least to make you feel better while you're getting treatment. But the stuff I'm talking about, brother. And I said, you know what, Dave? Ease yourself, calm down. This is why you need mentors. Because homeboy gave me 20 minutes of reasoning. Man, a whole lot of reason, Quest.
No, that is not reasoning.
To tell me that it is economically unsound for me to have chosen marriage over that, bro. This is what these dudes are doing. Like, you can go this Saturday night, like when we were shorties on Liberty and 14th Street and Sutphin, all kind of places, just drive your vehicle. You can do that in Jamaica right now, back road in Portmore. And all kind of nastiness is just there waiting to ruin your life, son. And he's saying that is the route to economic freedom.
So you and I both may share the sentiment that he's an idiot, number one. But idiot. You know what's worse than that? What's worse than that is that you are a couple, but you operate with the same principle that idiot is working with.
That's what I'm saying. That's why mentorship, and that's a stilted word. I wish I came up with a better word, but that's why this kind of mentorship is so critical, bro, because you need insulation. Remember, a couple people used to say, keep Quest out of trouble. It's a joke, it's tongue in cheek, but it's also good stuff because we're together. Like we are a tribe, bro.
You remember what my response was? That's why I keep my man with me.
You see what I'm saying?
You know
like, because I don't even play with it. Like, so
Bruh.
we not about to play with it together. Like, we don't make jokes about it. Like, we don't like just getting as close to wrong with it. Like, none of that. Like, there is no space for it in our relation. Like how we do. Like, we don't leave no space for that kind of stuff, son. Because the two of us, it wouldn't take but 22 seconds, and we would destroy our lives, bro.
David, did you see? There's this couple that I like to follow, because the both of them together are hilarious. They're on Instagram. I forgot what the name is. I probably have to wait until they come into the thing again in order to see.
I'm sure my answer is no. I haven't seen them.
It's an Asian. She's Filipino, I believe, but she's married to a Nigerian man. right? And
Mhm.
so they go back and forth, and she knows his culture really well, sings all the Nigerian artists,
Beautiful.
hilarious. They're out on vacation somewhere. And he said, honey, if the chance ever came, if the opportunity proposed, it was something along those lines. Could you
Mhm.
and would you cheat? She said, sweetheart, you're not going to like this answer.
Mhm.
She said, anybody is capable of cheating,
Mhm.
right? Then she goes on to say, that's why you will never see me in uh, 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 compromising situations. If anybody comes to talk, she's one of them chicks like real cut off. You'll never find me in a position that could lead me to cheating because anybody is capable of it. She just said, you're not going to find me talking to nobody that I'm not supposed to be talking to. You're not going to find me in the presence of, this is the reason why you're saying the mentorship is, yo, D, you'll never catch me running. When we travel, if you notice, a lot of the times Faith don't want to go because she's already done a lot of traveling with me wherever, whenever. There are times when she's like, nope, you go by yourself, right? You and I have been in Atlanta together, solo
Thankfully.
dolo, but we've never been solo dolo like just me by myself running around the city.
Oh
Atlanta ain't
no.
that place to do that.
No, Atlanta's
I'm
a
like, D, what
terrible
you doing?
space.
What you doing? And
I'm
we get together.
going back to my room or coming over there. I'm not.
I'm coming over there or whatever we
Yeah.
doing, but nobody will ever find us away from one another.
Nah,
Why?
cuz.
Come on, bruh.
Nah.
Come on,
Men,
bruh. I'm not leaving no room for the enemy to get no foothold in Jack. Terrence just said it a while ago. Count the cost.
yeah.
You know what it would cost? David, do you know what it would cost? Not that they would find us in it, but just for argument's sake, do you know what it would cost if me or you got ever caught in an extramarital affair? You know how many marriages would fall apart?
Brother, I can't even. I used to have nightmares because both of and I don't dream normally. If I do, I don't know that I do. But early in my marriage, I used to have these dreams once in a while that I cheated. Not that I was looking to cheat, not that I was interested in anybody. It wasn't that. But both sides of my family for generations went for the okie doke. So I'm gonna be the dude like to break the cycle. You feel me? So it's like, okay, all the elders before me went for the okie doke. So I'm just like, okay. So I somehow had a dream that I did. I couldn't see with whom, but that was irrelevant. And you know what stressed me out in my dream? And I was so thankful it wasn't true. I got to go to Simone's mommy, Simone's sister. I didn't even get to Simone yet in my dream. Because I'm an honest dude, right? So even in my dream, it's like my actual behavior style was coming out in my subconscious in my dream. So I'm like, now I got to go to Suan, my sister-in-law, and my mother-in-law, and my father-in-law, and then all of these people that I didn't even get to Simone yet, bro.
David.
And I'm just like, no, that is untenable. Like we cannot even play around. I don't play around. Like I'm not gonna get into those details because I think it's not a good idea. But there are there are guardrails that are deliberately up in our marriage,
Bruh.
because these people out here crafty, son. Like we were making jokes in the gym with Simone's trainer. She got a bodybuilder dude named Sean for a trainer. And we all cool, like we homies, right? And Simone was flirting with me in the gym. So I'm calling out to him like, yo, your client flirting with me, whatever. And she started doing some stuff I don't want to talk about right now. That was very interesting.
I've seen her.
And so I'm talking about my wife was doing it.
I know.
Okay,
I know
good.
who.
Okay, good. Because So
yes.
So good. But then we started talking about real live people in the gym. The three of us together were talking about how they behave and how they be trying to set you up. And it's just like, bro, I'm good on that, man. I'm not interested. I'm not interested because I said yes to God, yes to Simone, yes to her whole family, yes to my legacy. And guess what? We were doing a Bible class. I was doing a Bible class in Trenchtown one time. I was making a point. I was trying to make a point and move on. Hurry up. I thought it was just a thing. And Josiah, our son, he's now 13, was in the class, 2. And I said, Could I cheat on? Because I'm doing a youth Bible class, not a baby Bible class. Youth Bible class. These people are grown enough to be married, some of them. Could I cheat on my wife? No, not cheat on my wife. It wasn't that. Could I get a divorce? Could I choose to get a divorce? And my son, who you got to drag out questions and answers into something like that, says no. I'm talking about like he in a way like he was insulted by the question.
Absolutely.
No.
As he should.
And I looked and I was like, oh my. I was like, yo, son was like, he was like, absolutely not. He couldn't even process that word because all he knows is a healthy marriage between his moms and pops.
That's all he knows.
And he was like, no, you couldn't choose. And I'm trying to make a point to just say, yes, I could choose, but would I? No. He wouldn't even let me get off that point, son. I had to change the whole path because homeboy was distracted by me even saying the D word. He was just like, no, you couldn't choose that. Next question.
Next.
I was like, wow, thank God,
Next.
bro.
Next. It's crazy, D. When you said I would have to go, it triggered me. I remember one time we were here at the house. Actually, it was over Thanksgiving holiday. And I remember Faith's mom was in tears on the couch because we were having a discussion and we were talking about some family stuff. And she said, Q, we love you, right? But you know why we especially love you? I said, why? And she broke. She was like, because of the way that you love her.
See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Everything that we do in terms of a married couple. Oh, and I forgot to tell you, I don't even know if I gave you. Remember when I told you we were having some biblical discussions that weekend? Like this is all because of how Faith and I live our lives and how we make our decisions and all of these other different things, right? We've set a tone or a pattern that people are used to as far as we are concerned as a couple. Her stepfather has never been to anybody's church per se, and if he did, it was probably early. That weekend that he came, he went to church with us. I was the elder on duty that weekend. So he got to see me perform the duties of what I do in terms of being elder as it relates to church service. Long story short, I shared with them the book that I'm in right now. They went and purchased it. She calls Faith this week and says to Faith, I don't know what happened, but he went and found the Bible that we have here at the house, and he is now spending time reading it. Imagine where God is using us to do X, Y, and Z, because that's another part of it as well. When you become a couple, you become a reference point for everybody else. And God uses your marriage to plow, quote unquote, plow the field, if you will, right? And to do work in other places and spaces. That's why the mentorship is so deep. Imagine now if I go do some dumb stuff by having an extramarital affair. Do you know, number one, it's already bad that I done misrepresented God. And it's affecting the lives of so many people. Because we got one family member where they're going through some changes and they're being, and then they're being, right? And so imagine now that we give you the alternative and I go and do some dumb stuff and tear all of that up.
So Lord, help us to be faithful to the point that our relationships, Quest, with our wives, in our case, that our relationship with our wives will not just inspire people, but position them for God to transform them. You feel me? Like I have a woman who's been married 55 years.
Her marriage is older than me.
Telling me about marital problems, homie. 55 years, bro.
Been married 55?
Yes. Why is she coming to Dave, bro? Don't flatter me. I'm just saying. That's rhetorical, y'all. Like, why is she coming to me? I'm 50 years of age. Because there is a calling on the lives of people who take this thing seriously. What can I tell her except what God has told me?
David, I need you to take your time and say that one more time. For those who are serious about this thing, I need you to I need you to say that one more time, because I think that's a heavy thing. I think your average married couple doesn't really understand that part of it, because we know that the marriage is a spiritual institution.
Yes.
But you said it a while ago that there is a calling on your life
Mm-hmm.
for those of us who are serious about the institution of marriage. It is the mirror
Mm-hmm.
of God's relationship with his people. He holds it with super high esteem. And
Yeah.
what you're doing is showing people, long and short, what his relationship is with us as his people.
It's
And so
simple.
you can't play with it.
Can't afford to, man, because there are too many people. And this is a woman of influence, man. I can't get into it because she's a woman of influence, and it wouldn't matter, but it does matter in this sense, because there are a lot of people who can be negatively influenced because her home life is jacked after 50 some years of marriage. Homie.
That's crazy. But David, here's what's so funny about the whole thing, and maybe people will get you know what I'm saying, a grasp of how powerful this thing is. I don't even consider Will and Jada to be your,
Here I go. I'm not talking.
I'm just saying, your picture of what a marriage should be, right? I don't look at Jay and Beyonce as a picture of what your marriage should be, right? Especially, but look, I just want to pause for a moment. I don't look at Gabrielle Union and your boy Wade as a picture of, but they are, whether we want to realize it or not, they are influencers, if you will, in the grand scheme of things. When we look at the world and society and all of that other good stuff, look at people's responses to when each one of those couples are going through what they're going through. It has such a major negative effect. I've heard people out of my own ears say, yo, that's why I'm not getting married. What? Because of what they did? And unfortunately, that's how life works. I think John Maxwell calls it the law of the picture. I think it is what he calls it, where people see other people do a particular thing and they do what they see, right? Or they don't do what they see because it negatively affects them, right? And I'm saying, long story short, your marriage is not nothing to play with. And if you're in relationship and you want to move towards marriage, understand that if you're serious about it, like for real, you're not serious about it, then you'll reap what those people reap who are not serious about it. I was one of them. Number one. Number two is, now that I'm serious about it, I'm reaping some things that are a blessing.
Oh, yes.
You feel me?
Mhm.
Amos 3:3 said, woe be unto a man who, when he falls, don't got nobody to pick him up. There's another text that said two people can't move in the same direction unless they touch and agree. I'm getting some blessings because of relationship.
Keep the faith.
Oh, come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. So yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all I got on that, man. That's all I got
on it.
That's all I got.
Y'all
That's all I
stay
got.
focused, man.
There you have it, y'all. I hope you've enjoyed your time with us. Marriage is about mutual love and mutual respect, and it works for those willing to make it work. Real talk, our spouses are treasured jewels given to us to make life better. And the sooner we learn to value one another will be the sooner we become the absolute best versions of ourselves we can be. Until next time, peace.